and welcome to my little bookish corner of the internet. My name's Harriet. Today I'm going to be starting off a weekly vlog, which is really exciting. I've never done one of those before. But I saw on Basically Britt's channel that they had essentially done a week of reading 100 pages per day. And the week that I have coming up, I am working quite a lot, but my hours are quite short, so I'm in a lot of days, but I'm not working many hours. And I feel like if I don't push myself and challenge myself to read more, I probably won't read anything. And I really need to get some reading done before the year ends. And I just want to make sure that I'm giving myself that time after work and before work to just kind of chill out and spend some time reading books and things like that as well. So yeah, I figured I'm going to take part in the challenge as well. So I'm going to take you along for a whole week of me trying to read 100 pages a day, and I'll let you know how I get on and how hard it is. I'm out on a walk at the moment because I do want to film a review, which should be up probably before this reading vlog, if not after. If it is up before, I'll leave it down below. It's going to be for A Wizard of Earthsea because I did just reread that. But yeah, so I'm out for a walk now, but when I get home I will show you the books that I'm hoping to read during this reading vlog, and I'm excited for you to come along with me. Okay, so I just got back from my walk and now I'll talk through the books that I want to read in this crazy week where I read 700 pages or maybe more. So we'll start with the one that I'm reading at the moment, which is Magician by Raymond E Feist. I'm about halfway through this and I've got around about 400 pages left to read. So I'm very excited to be doing this challenge while reading this book because it seems to be taking me a very long time to read. If I can cut through at least 100 pages of this per day, then that would be amazing. Don't get me wrong, I'm really enjoying it. It's just a lot of writing. But basically this is a high fantasy novel and it is part of a really huge series. So you've got like the main trilogy and then you've got a whole saga and cycle built around that trilogy as well. So if I decide to continue, it will be a lot of reading. But it is really great so far. We are following an orphan boy called Pug and he is taken in as a magician's apprentice, and what happens to him, kind of his adventures and people that he meets and things like that. And it's been really great. It doesn't really seem to be following so much the magical side of things, more to do with like a bigger picture and a war that's going on, and it's very political. So it's not exactly what I was expecting, but I'm still really enjoying it. So yeah, I got about 400 pages left of that, and then I will move on to Autumn by Ali Smith because it's the perfect season to read it. I don't know too much about this. I know that it's based during the time that Brexit was going on, right? I'm pretty sure. And just following people, I think, and their experiences and stories and things like that. So this will be a short read. This is just over 200 pages long. So that will take me through to the 6th day, which is almost the end. And I really hope I'll like this. I've seen some reviews recently of people that I have on my Bookstagram that like kind of similar things to me, so hopefully I'll enjoy it as much as they did. And then because I will still have another day to read 100 pages after I finish Autumn, I'm going to make a start on Lord of the Flies by William Golding. This follows the tale of a group of boys that get stranded on an island and how they survive and the hierarchy they build between themselves, the way that they communicate, and I think it's going to be a raw look into human nature and what humans are capable of doing to each other. And I think it will be very dark and very grim, but I do definitely want to read this. And who knows, I might treat myself on the last day and read the whole book. I guess you'll just have to wait and find out, but yeah, I'm excited to start this one. I never got to read it in school, which I know some people did, so I think it's high time that I read it. So yeah, those are the books that I want to get to in this crazy week. And I just really hope that I can read 100 pages a day, but I'll be sure to update you as I go along. Today is Thursday, the 11th of November. So this will end next Thursday. I know that's a weird time to do this. Why didn't I do it on a Monday or a Saturday? But I've only just seen Basically Britt's video, the new one that they did. So that was last night, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it. If I keep putting off, then I won't do it. And this week's kind of perfect because, like I said, I'm going to be working a fair amount, but I'm going to have time to read that much. Whereas in the following weeks, I'm working like all day, so I'm going to be really tired. And then on my days off, I probably won't want to read that much. So yeah, I think now is the perfect time. So today I will be starting it. And that means continuing on with Magician. Okay, so it's been just under an hour and I've read 46 pages. I'm gonna stop here for a minute and go and make some lunch. I'm gonna have some noodles, kimchi noodles, which are just the tastiest thing ever. And then I'm gonna read the rest before I start my shift at 2:30. So it is currently 12:30. So I thought, yeah, I'll pause here, get some food, and then I can finish the rest of the 100 pages. It's actually really nice to just sit and know that I can just read for like an hour and a half. So I'm really enjoying that, and the book is getting a little bit more interesting now. There was like a period of time right in the middle there where things were kind of boring, but now there's more stuff going on. I will say there is a romance that's happened now towards chapter 21, just before that, and it seemed very rushed. I don't really enjoy that much. I feel like sometimes some of these things are really drawn out, but they're actually happening over like years and years, and it's not always very obvious. So I don't know how long these two have known each other. It literally feels like they just met and now they're like in love with each other. So yeah, I'm not digging that. But there is actually romance in here that I really, really love between someone that isn't a main character and another person who's kind of a main character. So I wasn't expecting that relationship, but now that it's happened, I'm really happy about it. So hopefully I get to read more of them. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some lunch now. Okay, I did it literally with minutes to go before I need to leave for work. So I am on page 524. So I'll be continuing tomorrow. I won't film anymore today because by the time I get home from work, it'll be like 7:30 at night. So I'll just want to chill out. I might read more, who knows. I might actually read some Sapiens, which is a non-fiction about the history of mankind. So I think I'll read that because I haven't read any non-fiction for a little while. And I've been supposed to be reading it for a really long time now. I just kind of keep stopping. So yeah, I was surprised how easy it was to do this actually. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Good morning and happy Friday. It is Friday the 12th today, and I actually woke up really early this morning. I had a really bad night's sleep, to be honest with you, but I woke up and I read just an extra 16 pages. I know it's not a lot, but I thought that I would read that before I had my breakfast, which I just had. So I had porridge with banana. It was so nice. Let me know, do you put any like toppings on your porridge when you have it in the morning, and what kind of consistency do you like? I like mine to be relatively runny. And it's strange because I never used to like that. And then when I went on holiday to the Wizarding World in Universal Studios in Florida, they had porridge at the Three Broomsticks, and it was like a runny consistency. And since then, I've always wanted my porridge to be runny, so it reminds me of Florida. That's super lame, isn't it? But yeah, anyway, I've just eaten my porridge, and then I'm going to crack down and read the rest of the pages to hit my 100 pages for today. I think that I'm going to be able to do it because it's 9 o'clock. And I have done pretty much everything that I need to do before my shift, which starts again at 2:30. So similar to yesterday, I'll definitely be able to get that done. And if I can read more, then I'll definitely let you know. I didn't end up reading Sapiens yesterday. I did just read my pages for Magician. It turned out I was exhausted. So yeah, I didn't read any more, but I'm so excited for today. So let's keep going with Magician. Okay, I finished my 100 pages, although technically it is 99 pages, and I'll tell you why. Basically, where this ends, the next chapter is on page 623, and I know I'm supposed to get to 624, but there is no way I'm just going to read half a page to get to the next one. So instead, I will read I don't know, I'll read a blog post, or maybe I'll read a couple pages of Sapiens or something. I have a little bit of time before I start work. So yeah, I have finished for the day, which is amazing. It feels so good to spend that time reading, and I'm really cutting through this book now. Excuse my dog ears, so I've just got the 2 days of reading left, and I've marked them out so I know where I'm going with it. The final kind of run of 100 pages of this, the last section, is actually a little bit over, so I don't feel guilty about missing out 1 page today. But so far, do you know what, it is really good. There were parts that were a little bit boring, I'm not gonna lie. I think because it is such a long book and there's a lot of kind of descriptions and things like that, it's quite a lot. But the characters for the most part are really fun, and I feel like they're very well fleshed out. Although, one of my favourite characters just died. And it was said in passing, like we didn't even see it happen. It wasn't part of an action sequence or anything like that. We were just told that they're dead, and the person that's supposed to care for them does not seem that bothered, and I'm really upset because I really liked the way that they communicate with each other and how they were with each other, and now, yeah, I'm just a bit pissed off, to be honest. So I'm hoping maybe we get to delve in a little bit deeper into what's happened, and maybe, I don't know where the author could go with this to make things right for me. I'm just very upset about it, to be honest. But other than that, it's been a lot of fun. And now I'm just gonna go to work, and then same as yesterday, I'll be finishing about 7 o'clock. So by the time I get home, it will just be dinner, bath, and then bed, to be honest. I will maybe try and read a little bit more tonight. But yeah, that is it for Friday. So I will see you tomorrow, and we'll continue, and I'll let you know how I get on. My shift tomorrow is a bit different, and because it's a Saturday, I'm likely to be more tired. So hopefully, oh, that's not a Christmas tree, by the way. That's like a all year round tree. Please don't judge me. That is up all year round. Yeah, anyway, my shift is slightly different tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be able to read as much as what I have been. Yeah, keep your fingers crossed for me. But yeah, see you tomorrow. Good morning, it is Saturday the 13th, and it is a couple minutes just before 9. I have actually already read 54 pages of Magician so far, so I read it when I woke up, and then I actually went straight back to sleep and woke up late. But there you go. I'll definitely be able to finish the rest of the pages, so I don't know if you can see. The first section there is what I've got to read for today, and then we've got the last section which I should finish tomorrow. And I actually have got some thoughts about this. Now I can't actually remember if it happened yesterday or if it happened this morning, but there is a character that's basically fallen for his long lost cousin. That's fine, like that used to happen. But he keeps saying that she looks like a child and then she looks like a woman because she's 16, and I just think that's a bit gross. But there you go. Yeah, and then I also have some news. So yesterday I heard back about a job that I'd applied for, which is actually still at my current job, still in my workplace, but it's just a higher position for Christmas. So it is a temporary job, but then I'll go back to like my regular job in the new year. And it's a supervisor job, and I actually got the job, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, I'll be starting a new role within the company just for like a month and a half, but it's going to be a really good experience for me, and I'm so excited about that. So yeah, I'm in a very good mood today. I have work at 1:30, so again I can spend the morning reading, and I think I'm going to film a video as well. I was thinking of maybe doing one about authors that I want to read in the new year that I haven't necessarily read before, or that I've only read a little bit of. So yeah, I'm excited to film that. But now I'm going to go get some breakfast, and then I'll continue reading, and I'll let you know my thoughts once I've finished the chapters. Hiya, this is my little check-in. I've just come back from work and had my dinner, but I did actually finish my pages for today, and I read 2 more than what I should have because, again, it ended up on a chapter. So yeah, I've read 2 pages over, but I've had a great time with it. I'm still having moments where I'm feeling like it's going a little bit slow, but I am still really enjoying it. I think it's really good, but yeah, I'm super tired, so just a very quick check-in. Tomorrow I'll talk to you a bit more about it all, but for now I'm going to bed, so I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, lovely people. It is Sunday the 14th and this morning I tried to read a little bit, but I have got work kind of early. We have to set up the shop a little bit earlier now because it's Christmas and everyone is just going absolutely crazy. So everything's really messy. So I have to go in early, but I have had time to come and get Starbucks. So I got myself one of the little eggnog lattes. This is the reusable colour changing cup. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. I do love the eggnog latte, it's beautiful. And then I have actually got the very berry vegan roll thing. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited to try that. But yeah, so yesterday, obviously I was super tired, so I couldn't really talk about the book too much, but towards the end some really cool stuff happened. So it was kind of dull for the most part, and then something really cool happened, and now we are following our character. Something has happened with them, so there's like more development and things like that with him. But yeah, I'm excited to keep on reading. Hopefully I'll be able to finish. I have got a family meal at like 5:30, so by the time I get home it'll probably be about 7:30, 8 o'clock, so I should be able to read more. But yeah, I'm gonna eat my breakfast and read a little bit, and then I'll update you after. Hey, okay, so I did read more. Let me tell you what page I'm on. I'm on page 769, and then there are 841 pages, so it's a big book. I have to go and start work now, but I should be able to finish that before the day is up, so fingers crossed. I'll keep you updated. I'll either let you know tonight or I'll let you know tomorrow, but it's going to be a little bit crazy. I'm working quite a lot now. I've got training for my new job tomorrow, and it's going to be a really long day, but hopefully if I finish this book, my next book is Autumn by Ali Smith, and the text in that is really big, so I should be able to read 100 pages quite easily. But yeah, I'm going to go to work now. Oh, that very berry breakfast roll thing from Starbucks was really good. If you've had the Beyond Meat breakfast bap from there before, it's very similar. I would say you couldn't really taste the cranberry, so it's kind of the exact same thing, and it is expensive, so it would just be a treat, but it is really nice if you're interested. So yeah, I will speak to you either tonight or tomorrow. Good morning, it is Monday the 15th and I am in my car again because once again I'm going to work very early. So I have work in around about half an hour. It's almost 8 o'clock now and I start at 8:30, and I'm going to be in for a really long time, so I've got a manager's meeting later. So yeah, I'm not going to have time to update you much, but I finished Magician. Now, I didn't finish it all last night. I did fall asleep, so I finished it this morning. I woke up really early to finish it, and I did finish it. So I'm trying to kind of collate my thoughts together. So I'm going to talk to you about my thoughts about it. So basically, I thought it was really great. You can definitely see the influence from the Lord of the Rings within the first like 200 pages, but then after that it's very different, completely different book. It's very politically based and focuses in a lot on war. It didn't really focus in on Pug being a magician, but I thought that it was a really wonderful read. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It was super fantastical, very intense. One thing that I will say is that the pacing's a bit weird. So it's set over many years, and sometimes that isn't made very obvious until you've been reading for a little while and then someone will mention it. And it's just like, oh, 10 years have passed, which does mean that the character development sometimes feels a little bit lacking. So there were some characters that I really wanted to love more, and I just didn't have that connection with them. Yeah, I just couldn't connect to them, and it's such a shame because there are a lot of relationships that I feel like I should have cared a bit more about, and I just didn't. I did like Pug as a main character. I felt like sometimes he was a little bit morally grey, and he tried to make the best decisions, but sometimes his version of the best decisions are not what you would expect them to be, and he had a very interesting story arc, so I did enjoy that. Overall, I thought that it was just a really good book, and I did love it. But like I say, there were some things that were lacking, like the pacing was a little bit weird sometimes, and sometimes I did get a little bit bored when reading it. So I gave it a 4-star rating in the end. I don't think I'm going to do like a full video on it. I think this will just be my review for it. Overall, I just think that if you like fantasy, love high fantasy, then definitely try this out. If you like Game of Thrones, you like the kind of political side of things, then definitely read this. I feel like you'll really like it. But I will say that if you're not super into fantasy books or you're just dipping your toes into it, this might be a bit too intense. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But I definitely think it's worth checking out. I thought the author did a great job. His writing is definitely quite flowery. There's a lot of quite intense prose in there and everything. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. But now I am on to, let me get it out of the little book sleeve here, 2 seconds. Oh, that was a journey. God, that was harder than what it should have been. Okay, so I'm on to Autumn by Ali Smith. I have got a bookmark in here. Someone actually bought this bookmark. I'll show you. It's from Paper Chase. It's beautiful. And they bought it because I got the supervisor job. They didn't have to buy me anything.
but bless them, it's embroidered and it's fabric and it's got a little tassel on the top. It's just absolutely beautiful. So yeah, Paper Chase. I think this is the only one they do. I did have a look on their website because I thought what an amazing present to get people. But yeah, this is the only one they have. So maybe I'll see if any small businesses do something similar. If you get fabric bookmarks from anywhere, do leave them down below so I can check them out, because I definitely want to get them for some gifts for people. But yeah, so far, so I didn't really know a lot about this book. We are following a couple different characters, and the two that I have seen so far, they have interwoven with each other, so they do have a kind of relationship with each other. And the writing is so poetic. It literally feels like I'm reading a really long poem. There are no speech marks. So similar to, I know some people don't like normal people because of the speech marks, this also doesn't have that, so keep that in mind. But I feel like because it's written almost like a poem, it's not in verse or anything, but it's very poetic, so I think that it makes sense for there to not be speech marks. Like, I get why the author did that. With normal people, I didn't really understand why there weren't speech marks. It didn't bother me, but I know it bothers some people, and I just didn't figure out why that was the choice that they made. Whereas this book is so beautifully written that it actually flows better to not have the speech marks there, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've been really loving it, and I feel like I'm actually going to really like this author, which is good because I've bought all 4 of the books that are in the seasonal quartet without even trying the author first. So I'm glad I'm enjoying it so far. I am currently on page 47. So I'll be able to read some more tonight after my shift. I'm going to my partner's house and we'll probably just chill out. I feel like he might read and then I might read, so that'll be cute. And then I am off tomorrow as well, so I'll definitely be able to read more. I feel like this is easier to get through because the text size, I'll just show you a random page, is absolutely massive. So I read those 47 pages in literally like 15 minutes. So I read them very quickly, which that is fast for me. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm excited to read it and let you know my thoughts. Let me know down below if you have read Magician and what you thought, if you're going to add it to your TBR. But yeah, I'm going to go to work now so that I'm not late for my first training day, and I will speak to you next time.
Hello, it is Tuesday and we are just going for a little walk through the woods. Not super close to my house, but kind of nearby. But yeah, I thought I'd take you with me before I start reading again.
Yay!
Hello, okay, so I have finished my pages for the day, and I actually finished the pages that I was supposed to read yesterday and didn't get to because I did get home super late and I was really tired. So I am on page 201, very close to the end. I don't know if I might actually finish this tonight, but I will update you tomorrow because the light is just disappearing. I don't know where it's going, but it's not here right now. So yeah, so far with Autumn, I am really enjoying it. It's still very poetic. I will say that if you're a fan of a strong storyline, you're not really gonna get that from this. It's very quiet, but it focuses a lot on things that are very relevant to today, and even though it was written like a couple years ago, it definitely sticks with you if you've been around during the time of Brexit and things that are happening within the world. So yeah, those kind of themes are very prominent within it, and it does talk a lot about nature as well, which is really beautiful, and the changing of the seasons. So it is a really lovely read. I'm having a very good time with it. I just don't know how it's going to end because there's not many pages left and I don't see how it's going to end. But I am definitely enjoying it and having a good time. So I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my evening now. I know I haven't really been filming a lot. It's because I've been at work, and then today, to be honest with you, I've had a couple of drinks and we're just kind of chilling out downstairs. I don't know if I'm the only one that does this, but I actually read a little bit better after I've had a couple of drinks. Not that I drink every time that I read, but when I do drink, if I'm not going out somewhere, I will read so fast. Like, I do take it all in and I remember it the next day and everything, but I just read so quick when I've had a couple of drinks. So let me know if you're similar. But yeah, for now, I'm going to leave that as it is, and then I'll speak to you tomorrow. Good morning from my car again. It is Wednesday the 17th and I'm about to start work. I'm going to be at work until 6 tonight.
But thankfully this morning I did actually manage to read. So I finished Autumn by Ali Smith. So that ended on 251 pages. So I actually only have 49 pages to read later tonight, which is completely doable. So I'm really excited for that. So in terms of the book, I don't really know how I feel about it. Yeah, I don't know yet. I did enjoy it and I think it was very beautiful. But definitely if you like something with any kind of storyline, you're probably not going to really like it. And I don't know, I feel like there's lots of hidden meanings that I didn't really pick up on, so maybe it's something that I can kind of look into and then see if I can understand it a bit more. Not that it was confusing, but I think that there was a lot more to it than what I got out of it, kind of thing. But I did definitely enjoy it, and I think if you're a fan of kind of poetic books and things like that, then you'll really love it. So now I'm going to move on to The Lord of the Flies. So I've got that with me in my bag. Sorry, I'm kind of rushing around because I need to get to work. But yeah, I'm going to hopefully read those 49 pages, and I will definitely do a longer little clip for you later so I can talk through everything. And hopefully by then I'll have some more thoughts about Ali Smith's book as well. So yeah, I'm going to start my day. I hope you're having a really lovely start to yours as well. And I'll see you later.
Okay, I'm back home from my shift now. I apologise for the lighting. It's super dark outside. Okay, Autumn by Ali Smith. I've thought about it and I think that I'm going to very happily give it a 4-star rating because I did really enjoy it and I enjoyed every second reading it and I thought it was really beautiful. And I'm the kind of person that doesn't necessarily need a very strong storyline if I like the writing and I like just the way the story's being told. So yeah, I had a really good time with it, but I absolutely know that it's not for everyone. So if you need a storyline, you need strong characters, please just don't even bother reading this. But I am very excited that you're going to give it to my friend to read as well because I feel like she's really going to love it. It's just super poetic and I haven't ever read anything like that before. So yeah, I had a really good time with it. So it ended up being a 4-star rating and now I've got about 20 pages left to read of Lord of the Flies for the daily amount anyway. And I might read more because that's not many pages and I have got time to read tonight after my bath, which I'm going to show you my bath. I'm going to try and make it nice and fancy because I got some really cool things from work today that I'm really excited to use, so I'll show you those. But yeah, so far Lord of the Flies is definitely more story orientated and character orientated. I think it's going to be really dark and kind of gruesome, so yeah, I'm excited to read that. Tomorrow is the last day of this challenge, so I reckon I can push through and finish the whole of this book that I'm reading at the moment and then let you know my thoughts on it. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, it is Thursday the 18th, I almost said 11th then, and it is my day off. So this morning I actually did get up and go for a run. I read a little bit more of Lord of the Flies, so I'm currently on page 81. So I've only read 32 pages more, but that means I've got less than 70 to go for today. But I do think hopefully I'll be able to finish it because I've not got many pages left. I'm just under halfway through and I'm really enjoying it. It is obviously very dark and quite gruesome, but nothing too crazy has happened yet. It's all just kind of build up and you're seeing the boys kind of fighting against each other and being quite aggressive to different groups of the boys as well because they've kind of separated. So yeah, so far so good. I am really enjoying it. It's quite intense. And then the other book I've got to read afterwards is Solaris by Stanislaw Lem. I might be able to get to that in this video. I'm not totally sure, but that again is a very short read, but very intense read. And I don't know how I'll get on with it because I don't read a lot of sci-fi. So that's going to be something interesting for me. But yeah, I think I can get quite a lot of reading done today. I'm not doing anything else. I've already done all my housework for the day. And the only thing that I have to do now is make mac and cheese, and I can do that later tonight. So that's absolutely fine. But yeah, I'm going to sit here for a little bit. I have got my hot chocolate with Christmas marshmallows. The Christmas marshmallows are from Tiger or Flying Tiger if you get the big stores in your city. But yeah, I'm going to sit here and just have a really lovely time reading. Hello again. Okay, so I just finished Lord of the Flies by William Golding and I'm not totally sure how I feel about it. This is kind of similar to Autumn in that I've read it now, but yeah, I just don't know how to feel. I think I enjoyed it. So there were times when it felt like it was kind of dragging on a little bit and I wanted a bit more from it, but there were also times where I was like on the edge of my seat, and I was very gripped. And yeah, I did enjoy it, and I liked the concept, and I liked the way that it made me think. But I don't think that the characters were necessarily written the best that they could be. There wasn't a lot of character development, which is fine. I don't always need that, but it would have been nice to see more personality from the young boys. It was quite obvious that there was supposed to be like a fat one, a leader, an envious one, a weakling, which again is fine, but I just wish that we would have seen more of their personality shine through in the story, because then their decisions would have made like a bit more sense and would have been more impactful as well. But overall, like I did enjoy it, but it just didn't really do anything either way for me. I didn't hate it, I didn't love it. So I think overall I'm going to give it a 3-star rating, which is still really good. And I would definitely recommend reading this if it's something that has interested you or you think that you'd want to try. It's worth giving a go. I'm just kind of left feeling a bit meh about it. But regardless, it was a good time. It just wasn't my favourite thing ever. I think at the moment I'm craving fantasy again. So this probably just didn't kind of scratch the itch kind of thing. So the next book was supposed to be Solaris by Stanisław Lem, but I think I might want to try A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. Now that's part of a trilogy, but it's a children's trilogy, so it'll be very easy to read. And it is something I've wanted to try for a little while, so I think I might be starting that. But in terms of this vlog, I am actually going to leave it here. But I do quickly want to wrap up how it's been reading 100 pages a day. So I think as an experience, it's something that you should definitely try. And if you do, please film it and let me know. But it has kind of allowed me to take more time with my reading, and obviously I have smashed through 3 books, which is crazy, and I never thought that I would be able to finish Magician either, so it's really good that it could push me through that because it's such a big book. But yeah, it's been a really cool experience. I have really enjoyed it, and I feel like it's allowed me to actually start reading faster because I'm spending more time with the book. So naturally I can sink into it a little bit quicker. It was hard at times to balance work and my reading, so I did kind of use all my free time when I was doing long shifts afterwards and before to read, which kind of sucks because I couldn't do anything else, but it has been really fun, and reading is one of my main hobbies anyway. So yeah, I just had a really great time with it, and I absolutely would recommend trying it if you're thinking about it. But yeah, that wraps up my final day of the 100 page a day challenge. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I'm sorry if this video is long. I know as I'm currently editing it, it's nearing the 30-minute mark, which is absolutely the longest video I've done on my channel, but I do hope that you've enjoyed it. But yeah, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.